What's up, my beautiful people? In today's video, we're going to go over a little bit of TA. We're also going to go over a trading setup that you can start using right now, whether you trade Forex, crypto, stocks, options, or my favorite and what we're going to be covering, futures. If you're new to the channel, this is Beach Office 365. I'm not a guru, I'm not an expert, I'm just an ordinary guy doing a little bit of this YouTube thing, and I'm all about learning about ways to make money that I can do from anywhere in the world. Okay, here's the chart setup, my trading chart setup on the NQ. As you can see, I don't use a ton of indicators. I'm more of a price action trader. Okay, so I have the 200 EMA, exponential moving average, the 21-day exponential moving average, and volume profile. The 200-day moving average also lets me know macro, are we trending down or up? So right now it is below the 200, and so we've been in this downtrend. Now the one thing that I like to have this 200 up for is, think of the 200 EMA as a magnet, okay? The stock always, the underlying asset always wants to come back to the 200. It doesn't, it veers off for a little ways, but then it wants to come back, and it always will come back one way or the other. So it is just broken above the 200 and trying to see if it is going to be making a move to the upside, or if this is just a spike. It's not going to hold. It's going to come back and test it and start falling down again. I'm going to be doing this live with you, so you may see this bounce a little bit, but that's just me editing, or you may see it change speeds. All right, so this is really moving. Now, what I think is going to happen is that we're just going to see some consolidation right along here. So it's going to do the crabby and go sideways. I could be wrong, but that's what it's looking like it's setting up to do, kind of a cup and handle. This will be the handle. This would ultimately be a bullish pattern, and we want to look for the break to the upside. But let's see how this plays out. In terms of the volume profile indicator, I do it well because it looks cool. I'd say that's like a big part of it. I think it looks cool on the chart. No, but here, let me show you here. So if we were to move this over, okay, you see, I like it as another way of looking at support and resistance, basically. Meaning that where you see these spike out, all right, that means there's a lot more resistance or support. So if you noticed this move right here where it just shot up on three bars going that high, it's because there wasn't as much buying and selling that had gone on in this area. For the same thing, I'm looking at this. If we look right here, okay, because what I'm thinking is going to happen, in fact, I'm going to put it in now. I'm going to put a buy order in right up here. Scroll that over. So I have the buy order in right above this area here. I believe that once it breaks this, it's going to go to the upside. Now I'm also looking at this line right here. Actually, I think I'm changing my mind here. Hang on. Why am I drawing a blank? Okay, I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit. Now, going back to the volume profile, if you see where above this, I mean, it is wide open. There was very little activity, very little buying and selling going on right here. So this is an area where there's not support or resistance. And I think that once it breaks this here, it's gonna go to the upside. It's gonna shoot to the upside. You may have been wondering, like, yo, Beach, like, why did you put a buy order in on top here? Shouldn't it be a sell order? Well, I think what we're looking at is a potential breakout. The idea, right, is that you buy high and then you sell higher. All right, everyone talks about buy low, sell high. Yeah, good luck with that. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so at this point, it did not do what I thought it was going to do, which was consolidate. And I thought it would be consolidating right in this area here, forming up a bull flag. That did not happen. So we got to adjust, and we got to look for a different setup. Now, at the same time, even though that didn't happen, I still think right here in this area, when it reaches it and it breaks through here, we're going to see a pop to the upside. So I'm keeping that right here. What I am looking at is there's these nice two-legged pullbacks. See, the market likes to go in this pattern. More often than not, you see, right? Two-legged pullbacks. You see it, look, right here, up, right here to the downside, down. So I'm guessing right now, this is gonna come below this area right here. And what we're kind of like looking at is maybe a little mini head and shoulders going on right here. Boom, got it. I realized that I did not mean to have that many contracts placed. That was a big mistake on my part. That could have cost me a lot, but we'll take that big win. I meant to have 2. I think I had like 6 on there. So always good to make sure you know what your settings are. Because basically this number, you know, if I'm not paying attention, look, I can scroll it up and down and all over. So this could still go down again. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at this wick, and I'm gonna wait to see if I wanna see more of the wick, and then I may take another trade on this. All right, I'm entering the trade now. Let's see if I get it. I'm not filled yet. Got my profit target order in. I wanna get out of this trade. Boom. Nice little $180 trade right there. Now look, it might still go. It is completing this two-legged pullback, but I also think it has broken the neckline here, and it could potentially drop. Now again, this is kind of a wonky head and shoulders, so I don't know if this is necessarily good to go off of, you know, but it was just an additional sort of confluence that I was using in terms of looking at this two-legged pullback, knowing that this last leg would go lower than this one here. And then looking and seeing that we have like this little mini head and shoulders was why I felt confident that I could get a couple trades in right here. Now, again, this may kind of go back. At the same time, I also think at some point this is coming back up here. All right, remember, this may be in a downtrend right now, but it wants to come back to the 200. 200 is the home base. All right, so it's been a little bit since the last trade. It did not do what I thought it was going to do. And it's broken down even more. But if you look at this here, we got this curling up happening. Hang on. Okay, and it's just broken above the 21 EMA. So now we're going into a micro bullish trending up. I think it wants to come back home to the 200. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a position here. We want to see this start moving back to the 200 area. It could come down and retest this, but basically I waited for this candle to close, and then it went into another bull candle. You always, when it breaks above a level that you're looking at, you want to wait at least 2 candles, sometimes 3, just to get confirmation that it's actually over. And here we're at a good price range. I may just take this right here. It's coming back down. It's hard to do the talking and the trading. Not that good. All right, I'm gonna put here, we're gonna fix this. I'm gonna put a sell order in so I don't miss that. Here, let's adjust. Now here we have something kind of interesting that I didn't even notice before. I'm gonna move this to about a little bit below. I think that's another point where it could break out. So I want to just guarantee, or not, you can't guarantee, but I think for certain it's going to at least come back to test here. And I think if it breaks above this, this could go higher. So I'm going to front run this and put a buy order in. All right, so now I got the buy order in. We're going to be doing the same thing that we had up here, only we're going to try it right here. All right, we got confluences, right? We're above the 21 EMA. We got our eyes set on old 200. Okay, we have a top right here. We could see some consolidation along here before we actually get in the trade. If it actually does what we think, it might not. Clearly, I've been wrong quite a bit on this video in terms of what it might and might not do, but we have not had a losing trade yet. So, no one knows where this thing's gonna go. You just kind of have to have a good idea of patterns, have the right confluences, have the right conviction, and you can make a lot of money doing this. Here we go. Come on. Pop, pop, pop. Oh boy, it's not popping. I'm not in the trade yet, but I'm about to be. Maybe it's good that we didn't get filled. I'm still holding this. I have it up far enough where even though it is broken, it's not taken. I'm worried that as soon as I take this order off, it's going to shoot up. So I'm keeping it. Let's roll the dice. There we go. Look at that. Boom. I'm putting a sell order in just for right here. Remember, this is day trading. I am a scalper. I like to scalp off price action, which means I'm not looking for a ton of move in one direction or another. I want to get in and out as fast as I can. Boom. That was a $230 trade right there. It did not quite do what I thought, which would have been a bigger move. It may still do that to the upside, but you know, it did fit the criteria of what I was looking for, and that's why I went for that trade. All right, so I'm gonna step back here. Guys, I am still very much a beginner at all of this. I'm still learning, okay? As we're in this bear market, right? And I can't do as much as I usually like to do with the cryptocurrency stuff. I've really been just focusing on day trading, on scalping, and, you know, trading futures. I have a background with trading options. I have done some day trading before with just equities, but I took a lot of time off in between. And so I'm just like kind of reteaching myself like how to do this. Okay. So it was like from like 2013 to 2016. I was doing a lot more day trading, and then I stopped for a while. I blew up an account and I needed space, and I was going through a divorce and life. Right. So let me know if you guys got any value from this. All right, I'd like to do more of these with you guys if you like it. I'm not saying it's the blind leading the blind, but just know I ain't your guru. All right, I'm not your guru. Okay, so this would be you coming alongside me and watching me do, and I'll point out the stuff that I know because I don't know everything. Leave comments down below. I want questions. I want to hear from you. And of course, hit that like button if you got something from this. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all on the next one.